Welcome to my virtual library. We're going to go ahead and get started. I have all my shelves toward the bottom with all my books. I'm going to start with Diverse Culture. The titles I have here are Bud Not Buddy, Grandfather's Journey, The House on Mango Street, The Lion and the Mouse, and A Child Called It. I'm going to go over The House on Mango Street. The House on Mango Street is a kind of a collection of short stories within the book. Esperanza tells her story of what it's like to be Hispanic, living in a not so up economically rising, part of town. She just talks about her struggles of living life and what kind of teenagers go through when going through that kind of rough patch with the packed house and parents and all that good stuff. My next shelf I'm going to go to is my fantasy. And my fantasy, I have The Tub People, Ella Enchanted, Where the Wild Things Are, Beautiful Creatures, and The Woods. One that I really like was Beautiful Creatures. I've read it, and I really, really enjoy it. It's about two characters, Ethan Wade and Lena Duchess. Duchess? I can't remember exactly how to say her name. They both live in Gatlin County, and Lena is kind of mysterious, and Ethan is just attracted to her for some crazy reason. And later on, they find out what it was that made them attracted to each other, and it was this curse that they've had on their families for years. It's a really good book, and I recommend it. My next shelf I'm going to go to is Folklore, and I have here The Town Mouse, Country Mouse, Seven Blind Mice, Cinderella, and Other Tales by the Brothers Grimm, the complete text, and then the book that Jack wrote and Cinderella Penguin, or The Little Glass Flipper. I like all these books. I'm going to go over Cinderella and the Other Tales by Brothers Grimm because it's one of my favorite versions of Cinderella. It's just like Cinderella, the classic story, except in the end it's more gruesome, it's dark, and it's more realistic in a way. But the two stepsisters in the end up cutting their feet, and the mom is burned pretty much to death because of the glass slippers. They put iron shoes on her. It's just really graphic. But these are my folklore stories. My next shelf is graphic novel. I have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Adventures of Captain Underpants, Smile, El Defo, and Out from Boneville. And one that these two right here really intrigued me because they're kind of about two kids overcoming different challenges of life. Like the girl in this book, Smile, Raina, she has to go through the dreaded braces part of life, and she has to get braces, but before that, she eats crap on some pavement, and she loses her two front teeth, and she's going through the awkward stages of life, I believe in middle school. Yeah, she's a sixth grader, so I believe in middle school, she has to face the fact that she's missing two teeth, so that's kind of tough. And then El Defo is about a girl who has to wear a bulky hearing aid, but before then she was really sick, and her sickness was what made her deaf in the first place. So these two books are my favorite, and I recommend those as well. Historical fiction, I have The Butterfly, Children of the Great Depression, The Quickest Kid in Clarksville, A Fine Dessert, Four Children, Four Families, One Delicious Treat, and Grandfather's Journey. I really like this, The Children in the Great Depression, because it talks about the children that had to live through the Great Depression. You know, you always hear about the adults struggling with finances and not having a place to live, but they don't really talk much about what the children do. Many children would go on boxcars and take trains to different cities to try to find work. And they'd also be very optimistic about where their future was going to lead. They didn't think it was always going to be bad, they had hope. And so I really liked this book, The Children of the Great Depression. Um, Next, I'm going to go to informational texts, and here I have Never Smile at a Monkey and 17 Other Important Things to Remember, Locomotive, Some Kids Are Blind, Volcano Rising, and the Popcorn Book. These two are my favorite because they give you fun facts, which is the Never Smile at a Monkey and the Popcorn Book. Never Smile at a Monkey just tells you different things on how different animals and creatures protect themselves when they feel like they're in harm, and how it can be hazardous to humans or other living things to them that can be major harm onto other people. So it kind of gives information about what to do and what not to do when coming across different animals that you're not familiar with. And the Popcorn Book is all about popcorn, and I love popcorn. And it gives a recipe or two in the back of the book, and it just tells you what popcorn is about and how it came about. So that's why I like that one, because it's popcorn. Next, I'm going to go to poetry. I have the Big Bang Boing, Fly with Poetry, Black is Brown is Tan, Handsprings, and The Friendly Four. I thought this was cute because it has to do with like diverse cultures, and one dad has 3 different children, and they're all different color skins, but the things that they all use the most are the same color as their skin. So there's no really segregating because everything that they use is equal. So that's why I really enjoyed Black is Brown is Tan, the poetry book, because it didn't discriminate, and I think that's important, especially now. Next, I'll go to realistic fiction. I have The Edge of Never, Tangerine, No Ordinary Day, Box Out, and Paper Towns. This book, The Edge of Never, I really enjoyed. It's about a girl. She's coming of age. She doesn't know what she wants to do with her life or where it's going, and so she sets out on a bus by herself to find out who she is, and along the way she meets a boy, and they fall in love, and they end up fighting more of themselves with each other. It's a really good book. It's super cheesy, but I really enjoy it. Science fiction, my last shelf, The Hunger Games, Twilight, The Giver, Going Bovine, and The Three Little Aliens and the Big Bad Robot. I really enjoyed this spin on this story because it's the 3 little pigs, but it's taken in space. And so while doing the classic 3 Little Pigs story through the 3 Little Aliens, they learn about solar systems and planets instead of just about houses made of straw or brick or wood. So I thought this was really cute book. So this is my virtual library. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shared my link so you can check it out further if you'd like. Thank you for watching.